Welcome to Lions Live 365. I'm your host, Michael Ayers. And today we just going to be talking about the trade possibilities. We're going to dream about these edges, man. I really feel as though these two people are most likely impossible to get, in my opinion, unless we give up way too much compensation. But what I do want to do is I want to talk about it. One, I want to make it very clear that as assets, as far as for us, these two players are on completely different levels. Okay? Trey Hendrickson Trey Hendrickson is not on the Micah Parsons level to me. Now, if you're talking about strictly rushing the passer and his ability to do that, of course. He led the league in sacks. He's a dominant pass rusher. But as an actual asset for your team, they're not relatively close. One, age. Paying Trey Hendrickson at 30 to 31 years old is not an intelligent move. We need to start thinking less reckless and more aggressive. Going for Trey is reckless. They want a first and a young player for a 30-year-old dude who wants to get paid well over $100 million. And at the end of the day, do you feel as though when this dude is 34, 35, he's going to be very good? No, I don't think so. He may still be able to rush the passer, but usually what happens is they can't stop the run. They start getting injured significantly more. 30, 34, 35, 33, that's a problem. And then a lot of people are like, oh, well, you're worried about, the wrong thing. All in. We've only seen all in work with one team. The Rams is the only team that I can recall in a long time that's all in actually worked for. I really want y'all to think the Eagles do not go all in. So if you're thinking Howie Roseman, that is opposite of the facts. Howie Roseman go gets players at affordable prices. He got Darius Slay for a third and a fifth. He got A.J. Brown at 24 years old for a first and a third. He got a top 5 receiver for a first and a third. That was it. He didn't trade 5,000 picks. He didn't do none of that. He got Saquon Barkley for less than $40 million. The reality of the situation is y'all want recklessness. I want aggressiveness. I want intelligent, aggressive, and bold moves. Getting Trey Hendrickson and giving up a first and a young player. I saw something where it said a second of Brian Branch. I want y'all to put the drugs down. Okay? That is unacceptable. That is way too much for a 30-year-old player. Sorry, bruh. I am sorry. Y'all have forgotten how good this team actually is. I know the defense was non-existent last year, but, when they actually get healthy, they're actually a very good defense. Brian Branch has the potential to me, every time I see that man, he reminds me more and more of Troy Polamalu. And I just can't believe that people and the crazy thing is, Kirby Joseph remind me of Ed Reed. We might have both of them on the same team, and y'all out here trying to break that up before it reached the max potential. That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. But let's get over to the other thing. So Trey Hendrickson to me is an awful decision. Because one, you give up the first, you give up the young player, and then after you give up all that draft capital, after you now have a new hole that you didn't know you even had, trading this young player, I don't even think you get diminishing returns in a couple of years, right? That I'm 100% against. Okay, but Micah. I don't really think either one of these dudes are really going to get traded. I think it's just, if they do get traded, it's going to be to a team with elite level draft capital. Like, let me think, like the Raiders or like Jacksonville or something like that. It's gonna be a team where like they can see themselves getting a top 10 pick out of it. Like so when the Trey Hendrickson thing dropped, it was like the Panthers and the Colts called. Yeah, I'm taking those picks. But moving on to Micah Parsons is by far the best trade asset out of these two. Micah Parsons actually fits our scheme significantly better. And I'm not saying like the big edge. We actually drafted Derek Barnes as like a poor man's Micah Parsons. He had experience as a defensive end, and he had some athleticism, all that. And usually what you'll see is we will walk him down onto the line and create like a 5-man front. Michael Parsons would thrive in that role because we love to blitz. Like, I don't care who we have on the team, they're still going to blitz people. So we can blitz him, and he has a great ability to play just linebacker. If you wanted him to actually run, he can do man coverage, he can do zone. We can literally bring Michael Parsons. He can literally be somebody that is going to get one-on-one block. Like, he's going to be one-on-one. He can be one-on-one everywhere. You know, he can shoot from the you can literally stand him up and let him rush from middle linebacker. You can do anything. Calvin Shepard would find a million ways. Shoot, he might put Michael Parsons and Aiden Hutchinson on the same side. You know, can you imagine though? You just so worried about Michael Parsons, he dropping the coverage, and all the blitzes is coming from the other side. Like, it's like you still have to account for Michael Parsons. It really doesn't matter. Like, it would be perfect, and I would be willing to give up 3 or 4 first-round picks for that. Like, that's worth it to me. That sounds like whether it be 2 or 3, and what y'all don't understand is because of his age, being that he's 26, we would actually be able to pay him and everybody else that we need to pay. We would literally be able to do that. What we would be able to do is we would be able to extend him on a pretty long deal. You know, if we wanted, we can give him a 5 or 6 year deal. We can on top of that 5 or 6 year deal, we can throw some void years on the back. We can renegotiate his deal when he turns 28, 29, which is in like 3 or 4 years, or extend him 2 or 3 years out, and like really push the money out and just do it Eagle style. Just push it to the future. We'll figure out the money later. Just keep pushing the money over to the future. That looks like it's already going to be the Lions' plan, because that's how we're going to end up paying Hutch and J-Mo. But we will be able to actually fit Micah's contract if we really made it fit. We damn sure wouldn't be able to get any more free agents after that. But at the end of the day, we wouldn't need them. I'm 100% on board. If we were to trade for Micah, I understand that. Trading for Trey, nah. And for y'all that think that we can do like a rental, I would never trade for a player that wants a contract and not give him a contract. I think that's dumb. And just in case y'all forgot, the Jets did that. Hassan Reddick was out there. He was in Japan with the photo shoots, being the Black Samurai. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't play with people about their money. I don't care about nothing. If I'm a football player, especially on defense where we get hurt as much and they play about our money way more often, if I'm a defensive player, you are not going to sit here, trade for me, give up assets, and you think you're not going to give me what I want? Man, bro, $100 million. I know it. Matter of fact, make it 120. I know I got the leverage. Could you imagine giving up Jack Campbell a second and thinking you're gonna get a rental for Trey Hendrickson, and he decided to go on vacation on y'all? That'd be crazy. Like, Hassan Reddick did it so crazy. He waited. He was in Japan during training camp. He played 10 games, gave them dudes 1 sack. You don't want to play that game with with players like that. They are going to play the game with you back, especially when they have no loyalty to you. So I really don't feel as though Trey Hendrickson is the move. I don't feel as though Micah Parsons isn't even a real option. mainly because Jerry Jones not trading him. If he gets traded, I don't know what I would do. I don't think he would get traded. I think this is the drama king, Jerry Jones himself. He got series that he dropping during this. All eyes on Cowboys. You know how he do. It's Jerry Jones, man. You know that this is the truth. He's done this with every single person that he has had to sign. He did it with Dak. He did it with CD. He did it with Zeke. But guess what? They always get their money. And that's all I got to say about all the trade mania and all that good jazz. And whether it's game day, draft day, any day in between. It's Lions Live 365. Please like and subscribe. Peace out.